Alright, what's up everyone? Craig here with Weeping Willow Guitar Lessons. Before we get started with today's lesson, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been listening to a Jerry solo and it's just amazing? It's lyrical, it's beautiful, you got goosebumps, just takes your breath away and you're like, I gotta learn that. You figure out the chords, you figure out what scale it's in, and then you start improvising and it sounds nothing like it. Alright, so I've got a Bonafide lick today from Eyes of the World. It's from 5/15/77 in St. Louis, and it's a great lick, and we're going to take a look at two concepts in there. Phrasing, which encompasses, rhythmic phrasing, note placement, all that sorts of stuff, tone. Then we're also going to take a look at note choice, which can also be part of phrasing, but anyways, so those two things are what really makes this lick very Jerry. So first of all, he uses chromaticism, so it gets out of that diatonic. Diatonic meaning just the notes of the scale, in this case the E major scale. And it just, it kind of gives kind of an ear-bending sound, an outside sound, however you describe it when you hear it. And then also just how he accents, where he places the notes on the beat. He's kind of got this initial call and response, motives, themes, it's thematic. He's telling a story from beginning to end, just weaving the scale and with these sequences, and you'll see what I mean. It's great. But hopefully this will help you kind of dig into kind of the thought process or what's going on, help you get your fingers kind of in Jerry's fingers. I know that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, and another great thing about this lick is you can help build speed. The song's pretty fast, about 124 BPMs. And if you're trying to build speed, you learn a scale slowly and you just repeat it until you get faster and faster. But then all you're doing is playing a scale up and down really fast and it doesn't sound very good. But if you build your muscle memory around a lick like this that's musical, that's lyrical, and then you build that up to speed, you're gonna have something great under your fingers. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, grab your guitar, let's get going. Alright, so this lick is based out of the C cage shaped of the E major scale. So we're up here on in 16th position with our pinky on the 19th fret. And if you... Alright, so the scale itself. Alright, back to E. We've got our rhythm part going. Alright, the harmony is basically, it's E major 7, but E major 7 to E6, 9 to just an E major chord, an E chord. So over that, Jerry's playing out of the E Ionian scale or E major scale. And he's also playing some chromatic tones. So don't be afraid to fill in the diatonic scale, the E major scale, with chromatic tones. The lick starts off here on the 16th fret. We're in 16th position, 3rd string. We go 16, 17, 18. And we come in on the and of 2, so 1, 2. Then we have 16, 17, 19 on the 2nd string. Then 16, 19 on the 1st string. Then 16th fret of the 1st string. some vibrato. Alright, then the next phrase sounds like this. So we're playing around the E major scale. So we start on the 19th fret of the second string. On the and of 1, we play 19, then 17, 16 on that second string. 18th fret of the third string, then 16, 17, 16 on the second. Then we're going to play the 18th fret of the third string. Now we have 16, 17, 18 on the third, 16, 17, 19 on the second, 16, 19, 16 on the first. We're repeating from the first phrase, but we're not hanging on that B. So it's kind of an answer from the first, kind of a call and response. So we have 1, 2. So it's very important. Jerry is thematic. He starts a theme and then he continues with that theme. He doesn't just have idea after idea. He continues a thought process, which is very important. He's telling a story, as you will. Alright, so the first lick. Notice we have that 17th fret of the third string, which is a chromatic tone. And that's what gives it that kind of, that outside kind of ear bending, however you want to describe it, that sound. Which you won't get from just playing the diatonic E major scale or just notes that come from the E major scale. So Jerry, in that lick, he uses that tone as a chromatic tone a few times. So then next we're playing again, we have that chromatic tone. Alright, now next we kind of have some scale sequencing. So we're starting on the 19th fret of the first string, playing 19, 17. And this starts on the second beat, so we have 1. Then we're playing 17, 16 on the first string, 19, 17 on the second. So we have 1. Then we're starting on the 16th fret, playing the first string, 16, then playing 19, 17, 16 on the second string. So you can kind of see how we're stepping down. We have, it's called sequencing. Then 16, 17, 16 on the second, 18 on the third, then the 17th fret of the second string, 16th fret of the second string, 3 times. So that's the major 7th, the D sharp, E major 7 chord. It's a strong tone to target. So we have so that's 16, 17, 16 on the second, 18 on the third. Then on the third string we go 16 to 18, 16th fret of the second string. Then we play that 18th fret again on the third string, but it's kind of ghosted almost. I hear it, but it's not as loud as the other notes. Then 16, 17 on the second string. So and as you can hear, he's got, Jerry's typical accenting on these notes, which is important to develop. I didn't put in all the accents on the notation, but just listen and kind of get a feel for it. We have, you can hear how the first note of those groups of 4 are accented. So then when we play this ghosted note, we emphasize that 17th fret on the second string. Continuing along, we have the 16th, the 18th on the third, 16th on the second, then 18, 16 on the third. Then we have 18, 17, 18 on the fourth, so a chromatic tone. So 16th fret on the 3rd, then we have 16, 17, 18. Again, we're playing that chromatic tone, the 17th fret on the 3rd string, 16, 17 on the 2nd string, then 16 to 18 on the 3rd, then 18th fret on the 4th string, 16, 18, 16 on the 3rd, 18 on the 4th, 16 on the 3rd. And that's the B, the 5th of an E major 7 chord.